Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So we got XRP Crypto Wolf sent me this tweet. MoneyGram announces a strategic partnership with Lulu Exchange. Okay, the CEO Alex Holmes said Lulu is looking to digitize its money transfer business, and we're proud to be the catalyst to help them along and extend our digital reach across Oman and the Asia Pacific region. So great news here out of the Middle East with regards to MoneyGram. Of course, we know MoneyGram partners with Ripple, and this to me just is laying the pillars for extended usage in the coming years. So Times Oman reports that MoneyGram, one of the strategic partners of the San Francisco-based blockchain behemoth Ripple, has recently inked a deal with Abu Dhabi-based financial services giant Lulu Financial Holdings that boasts 200 branches worldwide. The tie-up will allow the money transfer company to expand its presence in Oman and in the Asia Pacific region that is responsible for a staggering $149 billion of remittance outflows. Cross-border payments platform Lulu Money, that is powered by Lulu Exchange, will integrate MoneyGram's AIP in the coming weeks. And you guys are seeing how this tree is growing slowly but surely. It's not even just Ripple now who are partnering with companies that could expand XRP ODL usage in the coming years. But it's companies who we know are going to be using XRP. For example, we know R3 can settle with XRP. We know any Visa partnerships, for example, could use the Earthport solution, which runs on Ripple as well. We know the MoneyGram partnership, okay? And so any partnerships they make over the coming years have the potential to use XRP as well. So in his statement, Alex Holmes, the CEO of MoneyGram, once again emphasized the importance of digitization. This has recently become a new frontier for the old school company that struggles to remain relevant in the age of digital disruption. Well, not anymore. These guys realized it. They realized they saw the writing on the wall and they realized they had to jump to action. He says Lulu Money has made a major push to digitize its money transfer business through this partnership. MoneyGram looks forward to working with them to create new innovative products and services that extend our digital reach and bring financial inclusion to customers throughout the Asia Pacific market. Okay, the Middle East is one of those markets that we don't really think of here in the West as being lucrative, but guys, oil money, baby. This is a hot spot for conducting big business on a global scale. And even just up here, they say just the remittance outflow is 149 billion for that region in the Asia Pacific. So great news here. MoneyGram partnering with Lulu. Then I saw this on Twitter from Leonidas. So Leonidas posts this, and it looks like a screen grab from Banco Topacio, and it brings you to a Ripple sign-on screen. So as you guys know, Leonidas runs the XRP arcade. He writes about it here. So it seems that Banco Topacio's website operates a platform that has some relation to Ripple. Users or perhaps employees or testers can sign in and access whatever the bank is offering. This could be very well a test page as well. So we're just speculating at the moment, but very interesting fact there. The fact that Banco Topacio is working with Ripple doesn't really come as a surprise, since Leo Tomasi Susan, FX manager at Topacio, attended Swell back in November. So this is just a tweet from her. She's the FX manager at Topacio Bank, and she attended Swell, so we know there is already a relationship there with Ripple. Banco Topacio was one of the Brazilian financial institutions to attend Swell, with Banco Rendimento, Frente Cotora, Banco Bradesco, and Pontua Money also attending. How's my Spanish there, guys? I'm trying to work on the accent. I think maybe it sounded a little bit more Italian than it did Spanish. Nevertheless, as Luis Antonio Sacco, Ripple managing director of both Brazil and South America, mentioned a few weeks ago in an interview with Reuters, Ripple's blockchain platform plans to expand partnerships with banks in Brazil in the international people remittance market by 2020, as demand for instant and cheap solutions in this sector grows rapidly. It seems like Ripple has their hand in every single pot around the world. That is a good thing for XRP utility, because we know the one cryptocurrency Ripple believes in is XRP, because it was designed to be better than Bitcoin. They created it so that it could have a function, so that it could serve a purpose. And since it is faster and cheaper and all around more efficient, this is the cryptocurrency that is going to move money across borders. So the Middle East, Brazil, we've got Asia, we've got Europe. Boy, seems as though Ripple does not want to leave any stone unturned. So we've got this too, also from Leonidas from the XRP arcade. After partnering with ALIPAY, TransGlobe is now integrating RippleNet. So TransGlo is a cross-border payment processing hub that supports business payments mass payout, payment collection, money transfer, and mobile top-up. With offices in Kuala Lumpur, Jakarta, Dubai, and London, TransGlo services reach more than 100 countries, supporting 250 mobile operators, 100 billers, 600 banks and wallets, and 90,000 cash pickup outlets. Founded in 2008, TransGlo has an annual processing value of $1 billion USD. They also attended Swell back in November, so it looks like we have a tweet with regards to that. So Leonidas, very, very diligent researcher. He's going to these people's LinkedIns. He's finding them on Twitter. He's realizing the connections to Ripple through, things like Swell like this, just to kind of put the pieces of the puzzle together. Now, I don't know if Ripple would necessarily invite their competition to Swell. I guess maybe they would. But we know, for example, like Esti Lau here, her LinkedIn profile, RippleNet integration, so handles RippleNet integration with the in-house system. So let me give you guys a bit of context. Esti Lau's profile, project manager at TransGlo, also said that she revealed that TransGlo is working on integrating RippleNet. So they are doing that with regards to their in-house system. Clearly, so I guess that's the connection there. TransGlo also partnered with ALIPAY a few weeks ago to facilitate seamless cross-border remittances to ALIPAY's users, who will be able to receive quick and secure money transfers within the app. ALIPAY currently serves more than 1.2 billion users around the world, together with its local e-wallet partners. And guys, of course, this does not mean that ALIPAY is a Ripple partner, but indirectly, Ripple could be serving ALIPAY's users through TransGlo. That mentioned down here as well. Again, it's the web that continues growing. It's those partnerships that seem to keep building, that seem to keep growing across the globe. Because we know that the more people attach to the network, the more value it will hold. And the more value, the more demand for XRP. And what do I keep saying, guys? The more demand for XRP means the price will go higher. That is just supply and demand fundamentals. But we got to build the ecosystem first, right? It needs to be that people want to use XRP. It needs to be the most efficient option for everybody worldwide. And the bonus on top of all this, let's not forget, it's interoperable. So Ripple technology, interoperable with other systems. So even if people may be a little leery or on their other system or whatever, they can still tap into RippleNet and experience all the benefits it will deliver to them. This another one from Crypto Wolf at XRP Crypto Wolf on Twitter. And guys, I'm sure you saw this yesterday. Brad Garlinghouse telling us the US government supports Ripple and XRP. I wanted to put in my 2 cents on this. So here's the tweet here. XRP Crypto Wolf retweeted Brad Garlinghouse's tweet. Stephen Mnuchin at WEF20 when asked about cryptocurrencies. He says, there are benefits to cross-border payment systems in lowering costs for consumers and businesses. He goes on to then say, we absolutely support companies working on this. And then the final sentence, guys, this statement to me is just so loaded and so amazing. We're going to talk about it in a second. The last statement, or rather the last sentence, critical to apply this pragmatism to U.S. regulation. So everything in his statement here is positive. First of all, there are benefits to cross-border payment systems in lowering costs for consumers and businesses. The main focus for Ripple right now is cross-border payments and lowering costs for consumers and businesses. This is what they are doing with XRP as that ODL mechanism. Okay, he goes on to say, we absolutely support companies working on this. He's not saying it flat out, but guys, what company is he talking about? Obviously Ripple, obviously the biggest company that is doing the cross-border payment thing while lowering costs. And again, it's critical to apply this pragmatism to US regulation. Again, so he was talking about cryptocurrencies within this statement. It is critical to apply this pragmatism to US regulation. That means Ripple gets the stamp of approval, at least in my opinion. And so when I say it's only a matter of time, guys, I mean it. It's only a matter of time before we really start to see this move, before we really start to see Ripple ramp up. They are getting prepared right now. They are training, kind of like that big race, you got to train, you got to work out, you've got to prepare yourself for the win. And that's what Ripple is doing. They're doing their due diligence. They're doing their research. They're forging partnerships. And guys, not only that, they're growing and expanding their partnerships in ways like this, in ways that we didn't even think they could in 2018. Like, for example, example, the MoneyGram partnership, and now MoneyGram is developing relationships with some of their clients as well. So these were things we weren't really talking about in 2018. We were just saying, well, you know, Ripple's going to do this and do that, and we didn't even think about all those other secondary and tertiary partnerships that would develop over time. So it really does sound like a lot of positive news is coming out right now with regards to Ripple, with regards to XRP. We love it when we hear these governmental officials talking about regulation, talking about Ripple without talking about Ripple. We know what they're talking about, and then discussing the fact that it's critical to apply this pragmatism to US regulation. That is the key for Ripple to succeed. And guys, this from A&B Crypto. Just wanted to talk about this too real quick. Circle CEO draws the YouTube associated analogy to tackle cryptocurrencies issue. So the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland is underway right now, and some of the most prominent personalities in the world would be gathering at the event over the next 3 days, including many from the digital assets industry. Okay, and so this is a quote from Jeremy Allaire, the co-founder of Circle. For the financial system, we are at an inflection point and moving from the periphery to the core. For example, moving away from the likes of just making access better to finally visiting the core of the financial systems, such as the nature of money, how it's distributed and utilized. And what he does is he compares the financial system and what we're currently waiting for with cryptocurrencies. He compares it to YouTube. So this article goes on to say regulations and policies have posed hurdles to the rapid growth of digital assets. Allaire used an interesting analogy associated with the video sharing platform YouTube to bolster his point, while also talking about the larger media and communication sector, raising the fact that people can communicate freely all over the world today without any intervention. Allaire pointed out that there is no chance people around the world would go back to restricted access. He says, we have open communications, but we also accept the fact that terrorists can recruit people on YouTube. We're not saying shut down YouTube. And so this is a very, very important point. We have access. The technology exists. Why would we go back? We would never go back in time and live in a world where YouTube didn't exist. We would never say we got to get rid of this video sharing technology altogether because, you know, there are a few people who are going to use it for terrorism. That is just not going to happen. Okay, so how do we work with the system? How do we make it so that cryptocurrency usage will continue to exist, and not only that, will expand for the use cases where they see potential benefits? And I think that this goes back to this point here, saying, you know, it's critical to apply this pragmatism to US regulation. And guys, I've said this from the beginning, you know, the fact that they're taking so long is because they just want to get it right. And when they do, guys, hang on to your hats. I think you'll be very pleased to have invested in XRP when you did. Anyways, that's just my opinion, but I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.